Breaking news. In a massive firebombing of occupied Crimea, the headquarters of Putin's Black Sea Fleet are blown up by Brit Storm Shadow missile. Ukraine launched a slew of flaming Storm Shadow missiles at Vladimir Putin's Black Sea Fleet headquarters today. In a humiliating blow for Russia, video footage shows black smoke rising from the burning and partially collapsed building in Russian-held Sevastopol, Crimea. Governor Mikhail Razvozhayev of Sevastopol, who was appointed by Russia, confirmed today's devastating attack, which was likely carried out by a Storm Shadow missile supplied by Britain or France. He then went on to say that another attack was possible, after saying that the enemies launched a missile attack on the fleet headquarters. After initial reports of one soldier being killed in the strike, the Russian Defense Ministry said at least one serviceman was reported missing. The ministry also stated that 5 missiles had been intercepted, while admitting that one had successfully reached its intended destination. There were reportedly 25 ambulances on their way to the headquarters in the naval port to help put out the fire. The missile attack on the fleet's command center scattered debris over a wide area, measuring in the hundreds of meters. After last year's infamous sinking of the fleet's flagship, the Moskva cruiser, this attack ranks among the most significant Ukrainian attacks of the entire war. At least 5 people were killed the day before when Russian missiles and artillery pounded cities across Ukraine. The governor of Sevastopol ordered the city's streets to be shut down and pleaded with residents to, please remain calm. He pleaded with us, do not go into the city proper. Don't go outside. When the siren sounds, everyone in the area of the fleet headquarters must immediately seek refuge. Workers from Russia's Ministry of Emergencies are currently at the scene. The fire department is making every effort to extinguish the blaze as soon as possible. Blogger and prominent Russian supporter of the war, Vladimir Rogev, claimed that the headquarters of the Russian Black Sea Fleet in Sevastopol was attacked by Ukrainian missiles. Although it has not been confirmed at this time, he claimed that British Storm Shadow missiles were responsible for the attack. Kyiv officials, who have claimed responsibility for a string of other attacks on Crimea in recent months, have not yet claimed responsibility for this attack. After the Navy headquarters was hit directly in July 2022, resulting in 6 injuries and the cancellation of Navy Day festivities, this is the third such attack on the building. Less than a month later, the venerable structure was damaged by a kamikaze drone attack, despite Russian air defense's best efforts to shoot it down. Ukraine has increased its attacks on Russia's Black Sea Fleet in recent months, employing a variety of weapons, including Storm Shadow and Neptune missiles aimed at Crimea and kamikaze drones. The fleet is at the heart of Putin's occupation of about 15% of Ukrainian territory and has been responsible for multiple missile attacks on Ukraine. According to reports, there were more explosions elsewhere in Crimea, including in and around Simferopol, the peninsula capital. Reports also surfaced of attacks on Russian military airstrips. Sergei Aksyonov, Putin's appointee as governor of Crimea, said Russian air defenses had intercepted and destroyed other cruise missiles over the peninsula. Putin's Security Council was discussing relations with neighboring countries at the time of the attack. This week, a Ukrainian kamikaze drone crashed into a Russian oil depot in the Black Sea resort city of Sochi. Incredible video captured the massive fuel tank engulfed in flames and billowing black smoke just 18 miles from one of Putin's palaces. Putin's air defense systems were recently bypassed by a barrage of Storm Shadow missiles, which blasted naval docks in Sevastopol. In a massive attack against Russia's powerful Black Sea Fleet, Ukraine launched at least 10 cruise missiles in addition to drones. In the first attack on a Kremlin sub since World War II's conclusion, they tore huge holes in the hull of a Russian submarine. Images taken up close reveal 2 large gaps in the submarine's roof and side that render it useless. They also sank a landing ship of the Ropucha class, which was meant to unload tanks and armored vehicles onto beaches.